I know what this is. And I got to talk about this because I've had people ask me for years working with the Angels and Shohei Ohtani. Is he dating anybody? Is Ohtani does he have a girlfriend? Is he with anybody? No one knew anything. And then all of a sudden, this week, he announced he is married in a way you would announce oh, I'm going to a new team. I'm moving to a new team. It was like a written statement with Decoy's picture at the bottom. And the best part about this, nobody's known. Nobody knew anything. You got to respect the privacy and how he's been able to hide this from an entire country, right? He is the biggest thing out of Japan right now.
Yeah.
And he's kept this quiet, not only from the media, but the entire country of Japan. Because I went down a deep creep and I could not find a photo of this woman or man, whoever he's married to. But I could not find.
He said woman.
Woman. Okay. I could not find a photo.
They asked about her and he said, I don't know.
Okay.
She's just a normal Japanese woman. That was nothing your new wife, well, whenever they got married, nothing more flattering and heartwarming than being called a normal Japanese woman.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, the answer to your point when everybody's like, does he have a girlfriend or not? The answer was always Ohtani's married to the game.
Yes,
and
constantly.
Literally, they asked Mike Trout about it the day this all came out, and Mike Trout literally said, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend.
No one
His exact
knew.
quote. I think everyone was surprised. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend.
But mad respect for keeping your love life private when you are the biggest face and biggest thing in baseball and in your country. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. He got a dog and he got a wife this year. And he made his Dodgers debut this week, which he did absolutely incredible during spring training. We knew he would, right? He picked up right where he left off.
He's going to have a hell of a year.
Yeah,
It's going to be insane to watch this Dodgers lineup. But Shohei, in his debut, for what it's worth, hit a homer in his first game, 1 for 3 with a homer, I believe. But since then, he's only heated up. He's 5 for 7 with a triple, a homer, and 5 RBIs. And if you're not great at math,
that's great.
He's hitting 714 with a 2.206 OPS, a homer, 5 RBIs, 2 walks in only 3 games played.
And who was worried? Is he going to be just as good? Second elbow surgery, the non-Tommy John surgery. He's going to be not only fine, he is going to exceed all of our expectations now that he's just focusing on hitting. And we're seeing that.
That worry comes more on the pitching side.
Well,
of things when he comes back. But you're right. I think this should help. Anytime you worry and are concerned about Shohei, just temper it. He's a unicorn and comes back stronger than ever.
He is.
Speaking of his fellow countryman,
love it,
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and his debut was filthy.
Yeah.
This guy is disgusting. I've loved watching his bullpens. I watched him pitch in Japan, but to see him on the mound in spring training in his first outing, he's nervous. They were the away team. They showed him in the dugout ahead of the game, during the top of the first, and he couldn't sit down. Threw 2 innings, struck out 3 guys, gave up 1 hit. But you can see, if you're watching and not just listening, you can see it. You can see the video in the wall. He's so interesting. His mechanics are unbelievable and just very, very unique. And he absolutely dominated. He was up to 96 with a fastball, 91 with his splitter. It's just, he's going to be a problem. And if anybody was ever asking the question of how can you give over $300 million to a guy that's never thrown a pitch in the big leagues? And I sat here and said, you just know. You can tell based off of spin rate. You can tell based off of work ethic. You just know. And again, this was a spring training. This was his first ever start in spring training, but he's facing big league batters, and he absolutely dominates. That fastball and splitter mix plays anywhere. And if you remember, we talked when he first signed, his curveball comparison is Clayton Kershaw. Yeah. It's a right-handed Clayton Kershaw curveball. That's what he has. He's disgusting. He's really, really good. And it was a lot of fun to watch him pitch. Shohei hit. Alex, that lineup, so they've pretty much debuted what they're going to do this year, right? They've done it in a few different games now. They're going to go Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, hitting back-to-back-to-back in the lineup. And one thing I heard that's pretty cool, only 12 times in the history of baseball have the first 3 batters in a team's lineup been MVPs. 12 games ever. They're going to do it for, hopefully, they stay
all
healthy
in their
and do
prime
it for 150
still.
plus games this year.
All in their prime, all in the MVP conversation, if not recently won an MVP. which is absolutely incredible. The other cool thing, to go back to Yamamoto, do you remember when Ohtani first came over and started playing his first spring training? Like, it took him a decent amount of time to really get a feel of the baseball, the mound, everything. Yamamoto looked great right out of the gates.
Yeah.
So that alone right there should give not only baseball fans, but Dodgers fans, like, just so much excitement and so much joy to what this guy's going to be able to do.
Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.